So this evening, as we continue our series on the Black History Month, the celebrations, I'd like to talk about a lady called Katherine Johnson. Katherine Johnson died this year at the age of 101 years old. She was an American mathematician who calculated and analyzed flight paths of many spacecrafts during her more than 3 decades working with the US space program and also at NASA. She helped in sending several astronauts to the moon. So whilst Katherine worked at NASA, she worked in a white-dominated job where most of her experiences were examples of systemic racism. Together with her African-American female colleagues, they were treated so unfairly that it really affected their lives at the time. But Katherine did not stop persisting with her dreams, to follow her dreams. And in the end, she was the first African-American woman who was able to calculate the mathematical figures needed to send the first man on the moon. Now, why have I chosen to speak about Katherine today? The reason why I've chosen to speak about Katherine is that most of her work continues to influence us in our world today. As African-American women, most people have looked at the perseverance that she continued to persevere, to break through, to be able to reach her goal of being the woman who was able to calculate the figures to get the astronauts to the moon. Now, if we look at today, many years after Katherine Johnson experienced those difficulties, our society continues to experience systemic racism, which is nothing different from what Katherine and her colleagues experienced at the time. And we would like to expect that many years after that, things would have changed, because there's been several laws, several legislations, policies coming into play where you would expect that things would have changed. But things haven't changed dramatically. One of the greatest quotes that Katherine Johnson had, which I would like to leave us all to ponder on whilst I finish my soundbite this evening, is, she says, "I see a picture right now that's not parallel, so I'm going to go straighten it. Things must be in order." I guess you'd agree with me that today there's several pictures that we see around us that are not parallel. We see Black people not getting the same opportunities as white people. These are typical examples of lines that are not parallel. And as Katherine said, she's going to do her bit to straighten it up because she feels things has to be in order. I fully agree, and I guess most of you would agree with me. So I am going to start doing my bit. I'm going to have the courage to have those courageous conversations when I see things, as I see parallel lines that are not, I see lines that are not parallel, because I think it is time that we all do our little bit to straighten those parallel lines up. Thank you and God bless.